Shortly before I got dinner here today, I went on what was intended to be a light workout in the form of walking around the Harrison Dining Hall building for 25 minutes. As such, I averaged a pace of about 12 minutes per kilometer. These are vegan meatballs. I think this dinner is mostly vegan. Mostly. I walked about 2 kilometers by just going around the Harrison Dining Hall building. I'm currently working on today's VHL Central assignment. My American Political Thought class consisted of a lecture on the documents. The second one, we went over being dangerous books. And then the first document was more about why America at the time of the 1760s was seen as provincial, and how that provincialness ended up being part of the American experience. The only notes today consisted of me writing down experience and then circling that word, because that was the only thing the professor, or la profesora in Spanish, wrote on a whiteboard. Whiteboards being what you write on with not Sharpie markers, but I believe Edsel Sharpie markers. I know that the markers you use for whiteboards are different from Sharpie markers. The ones I use to draw on styrofoam. In Elvenar, I managed to get a research expansion. I managed to get a new daily exclusive during the Moonbear event, as well as an evolution for the Moonbear building through the collection of Stardust. My strategy typically is to go for the most expensive orb that appears. When I was getting dinner, I thought that this was pasta. Turns out these are wax beans. They're pretty good. The veg of the day came with some pretty good broccoli. Admittedly, my glasses were pretty fogged up as I did the 25 minutes of walking with a mask on. The only time I don't wear a mask is when I'm in this room. I'm currently working on some flashcards. Happiness, friendship, love, kiss, surprise, wedding anniversary. Oh, wedding. Wait, hold on. Birthday, holiday, divorce, marriage, Christmas. Okay, this is unique. Young girl celebrating her 15th birthday. Newlywed. There's still some verbs I need to write down. Also, I recently discovered that I can adjust the amount of light. Last night I ate half the box of the extra toasty Cheez-Its. I was told by, I think, my dad that today was going to be a pretty hot day, so I wore shorts today instead of long pants. I've been working on the 99th Dan Hamming. I've been adding stars to the scene I'm making exclusively on Go Animate Rapper Offline. The thing is, when you download your completed videos, they're saved as text components. Hopefully there's a way to convert these text components to MP4s. Excuse me. I think through the experience of adding stars, I've learned some pretty good lessons. such as that it's probably better to try and make the stars part of a backdrop and darken the props, rather than use a prop to darken the props, because then that prop will darken the stars too. And then they won't look like how they do in real life. Last night was also when I completed the second A Matter of Cows episode. I in particular completed that episode it was significantly longer than the first episode. But the first episode had a walkthrough of roughly 4 minutes, and the second one had a walkthrough of roughly 9 minutes. I think it's pretty safe to say that you can end up dead within both episodes I've played so far, and presumably that means all the episodes. But should that happen to you, you can quickly dust yourself back up and ultimately win the day through either trial and error or following a walkthrough like I've been doing, because I want the medium badges on Congregate. I like to collect the badges on Congregate. At some point, I should probably try out the new Coliseum feature. During lunchtime, they didn't have 2% milk in these containers. They instead used those little Byron Dairy 2% packs that I remember from elementary school, middle school, and high school. I took 2 of those for lunch plus 1 of these, only it was chocolate milk instead of 2% milk. I got lunch after my American Political Thought class, which is what I've done every time so far. Except during lunch, I accidentally hit the glass of chocolate milk like this, sort of. And I ended up spilling a small amount of the chocolate milk. And I cleaned up the mess by directly sucking the chocolate milk with my mouth, by using my fingers, by using my double cheeseburger to sop up some of the chocolate milk, and by tearing off this and wiping up whatever chocolate milk was left after all the other things I did. To be exact, I sucked up the chocolate milk, used my cheeseburger, my double cheeseburger, my fingers, and then this, only the container for lunch, in that order. Excuse me. The invaders mostly consist of Dominion forces, I think. I haven't been paying a ton of attention, but I think it's mostly Dominion forces. Within clan convoys, what units you face? Within clan and world convoys, the units you face depend on ultimately what convoy you attempt to take on. It's still a nice and cheap price. Everything's half off for a week. I haven't kept track of when that announcement was made, so I don't remember how much time is left. The only way I can lose an invader battle is if I'm not paying attention. This happened to me twice. Not enough duct tape. And not enough nails. It only tells you your limits if you click on this upgrade button. My current limit is 50, and I only just recently upgraded that building to that level. Here's what invader chest contents typically are. I believe it used to be a lot before I went into the world of clan convoy chests. But yeah, not so much anymore ever since I went into, again, the world of clan convoy chests. The chests you get for when your clan successfully defeats clan convoys. Recently, a new clan unit known as Tesla was added. I recently tried him out. It seems to me that he has a discharge attack. Here's what my current city in Elvenar looks like. I just recently made the Scrolls Manufactory, as well as upgrading the armory because training units is part of my current task for the Autumn Zodiac event. As for Vast Wars, I used to have about, I think 800 keys before I went for getting this. But what matters is that I ultimately was able to get this exclusive building. I currently have too many cultural buildings, but I like having these buildings, and I go out of my way to ensure they're all unique. Also, while I was walking to my American Political Thought class, I made a quick stop at the room that's commonly known as the gallery, or the galley, in order to pick up some packages that I was alerted about via, I believe, a text message or an email on my student mail account. It turned out Junior was working at the mail room. When I went there, I said hello to him, and he got me my envelope, which ended up informing me of basically a possible polling site change. That's what it said on the front of the envelope, but it turned out to just be information regarding my right to vote within the United States of America and New York. It seems to me that any New York voter, or at least any Monroe County voter can vote within Monroe County or New York. I think it was any New York voter can vote within New York, though I'm not entirely sure.